Hey guys, HeWantsBlood here. Today we're going to be talking about SWF and the notorious pallet save. Now, a lot of SWFs will do this where they'll go down under a pallet so that someone else from that group can slam the pallet down on your head and freeing and saving their teammate. So if you can recognize these habits or recognize this is what they want to do and you just take some precautions, you can actually turn these plays around on the survivors themselves. Now, I make videos like these for maybe newer killers for me to share my perspective, what I think about certain things or what I do in certain situations. So then maybe, newer killers who are a little hesitant or nervous to pick up killer can maybe watch a couple of these videos and understand what I do in these scenarios or what I think about these mechanics in the game. I really want to help more people feel at ease when playing killer and understanding the game. Playing the game and then playing against SWFs are two dramatically different experiences. The game is built around randoms, no communication, and when you play against a SWF, the game is completely different. Once communication comes into play, it's like you're playing a whole different game. You have more to look out for, more to be wary of, and that's what I want these video series to focus on, kind of helping maybe beginner killers understanding what they're stepping into and understanding sort of the mindset and tools that survivors will have and use against them. Now, the reason I think things like this is important is because I am a baby trickster. I'm still learning how to play trickster. I pick up different killers and I learn how to play them. The difference is I have a basic or pretty good grasp of the basic fundamentals of playing killer. How to outplay, how to take advantage of certain things, etc. So even when I'm playing a killer, I'm not at my best, I have a chance to win just on basic knowledge and fundamentals of the game. Like right here, I completely whiffed because I'm trying out a perk build on Trickster to learn how to play him and see if I can get around his weaknesses a little bit. But again, my knowledge of the fundamentals is what helps me win. Here, as you can see, I pretended to pick up at the pallet and then stopped because I knew someone was close by. They forced themselves onto that pallet. So I know someone's here for it. Again, I notice someone get close, they want that pallet save. So now I know to be cautious and wary of pallet save. Not only that, flashlight saves. If you see them in the lobby loading in with 1 or 2 flashlights, then you know for sure they're going to be running flashlights pretty heavy. Right here, as you can see, I heard her running and quickly spun around and slapped her before she can drop that pallet. Now I have 3 on the ground, or 1 hooked, 2 on the ground. And all that from a failed pallet save because I listened, because I had headphones in, and listened to her feet running towards me. So I was able to react in time to slap her. Nothing here I'm doing you can't do with any killer in the game. Because it's fundamentals, it's the basics. So once you grasp that, you can play any killer and take advantage of stuff like this to swing the game in your favor. Now, even while all this is going on, that they're trying to pallet save, trying to flashlight save, you also have to recognize they're not doing generators. You have the survivor you have down under the pallet and the 1 or 2 altruistic survivors all tied up in one little event, meaning there's only 1 survivor doing gens. So situations like these are in your favor. If you play them right, you slow the game down exponentially. So these are things you really have to look out for and kind of get a feel for it and know what your next step is. So here, that's my obsession. I don't want to hit her with normal attacks because I don't want to lose my little baby stacks of save the best for last. And I really don't want to play Shaq, but this Nia wonderfully threw down that Shaq pallet for me and basically made this a no-go zone, which I'll have to thank them later. But now the game is completely in my favor from a few bad decisions made by the very altruistic team. Now I swing here to cover the window, to body block the window so she can't use it. and I see her running to another good spot. So I'm going to pressure this pallet the best I can, which is basically swing and hope she uses it, which she did. So it's another dead zone here. Again, a very altruistic survivor trying to get that flashlight save the best they can. So sitting in a corner, I think they're hiding. All I had to do was turn a little bit to see them, and they're down on the ground. That whole time they were waiting for that epic flashlight save, they weren't doing gens, they weren't doing anything. So now it's 2 survivors on the ground again, and I feel safe enough to pick up, and I know that one of them is, the last one who could save them is injured. It looks like they pick up the other one, so now it's 2 injured. So they have to be very careful on their next few steps, because any misstep or playing too altruistic is going to cost them the game. They already lost 1 survivor, any more and there'll be no way to come back. Now, this is a hint too. She could have dropped that pallet anytime she wanted to, but look, she went down on top of it. So she knows her friend is close by to try to get this pallet stun, and so do I, just judging by the way she was acting. I stuttered for a minute, let them get into position. I'm too close to the pallet, and I smack her down. And that's it. Another failed pallet attempt, or pallet save, cost them the game. You kind of have to guess 50-50 on which end the survivor's going to try to get to, and just reach to the tip of that pallet so that you can swing on them before they can make it to that pallet. But again, it's a 50-50, so it's kind of a gamble. You kind of have to guess or get as much information as you can to make that less of a guess, and you could take advantage of them trying to do that pallet save. Another trick is like trapper, putting a trap on one end and then picking up, and then you know which way they can come from. You know, there's different tricks. But anyways, that's my thought on pallet saves, and this is how it went completely wrong for this SWF, and I hope you can apply this knowledge to your future games. As always guys, thanks for watching, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys soon.